Hey, Kevin from Common Room here, and I'm going to run through a quick demo of our products. But before doing so, I just wanted to level set on what it is that we do. And so we're the leading customer intelligence platform, and we're built to help go-to-market teams generate pipeline and revenue more efficiently and at scale. And so in order to do that, we have to do three things really well. The first here is capture buying signals across every single digital touch point and the whole entire customer journey and put that all into one platform. The second thing here, and this is super important, is not only capture the buying signal, but identify the person and the account behind that signal and unify them all into a single unified customer profile. And then finally, combine those two things, combine signal and identity, and have go-to-market teams take action running signal-based plays with the help of a little AI. And so let's start there in the product, and I'll see you over in the app. Alrighty, so here I am in the Common Room app, and what we see here is a stacked ranked list of signal-based plays for our go-to-market teams to jump into and prioritize their days with. So this example is showing pricing page visits from economic buyers in the last 28 days. That's a contact level play. And we also have organization level plays. So this, for example, is showing organizations with a good plus score who have mentioned an AI initiative in a recent earnings call. And so let's jump into one of these actual plays here and take action. All right, so for this signal-based play, we're looking at people who have changed jobs and who are also former product users. And so let's take action on that as if we were a rep. So I'm going to click into Florin here for an example. And I think this does a really nice job of highlighting how important Person 360 is. So we can see Florin's identity across all these different touch points aggregated into a single user identity. Not only that, we know Florin's product data, which is shown here. We can see his activity on the website, and we also can see a log of all the different touch points that we've identified Florin on. On top of that, we also can see his job change history here, which is how we were able to build this play in the first place. And so as a next step, I might want to send Florin a personalized outbound message. And to do that, we actually have an AI assistant or co-pilot that can help you do that. And so I'm going to click on this here, which is referencing this play that will generate a personalized snippet that I can copy and paste or email over to Florin, which is super cool and powerful. But it doesn't help me if I want to do that at scale. So for that, let's go back to this full list here. Okay, so to run that same play at scale, one thing we could do is just simply select all these contacts who qualify, add them to an outreach sequence, and we're done. But let's say we want to refine a little bit more to better match our ICP. So to do that, we can click on this add filter button, and here we get a menu of all signals and all traits that we know about this group of people. And so let's say we want to refine by capital raised of at least 5 million or more, because we want to make sure that the accounts that these people work at have budget. And then since we're adding them to a sequencing tool, let's also make sure that they have a primary email that we can use to send them into the sequence. And so say this list looks pretty good. The next thing I can do is just simply select these people again, add them to a sequence, and then select that sequence that matches the play. So this one was job changes, a former product user. I can click add a sequence and they'll be added. Now, the next thing I want to show is how to automate this whole entire flow. And for that, I'll hop over to workflows. Okay, so let's say we want to put that whole entire process we just went through on autopilot. We can do that with workflows. So I'm going to click on this new workflow button here. I'm going to select add to outreach sequence as the workflow I want to build. I'm going to click create. I can simply name this something meaningful. And then here, all I need to do is simply apply those same filters from before. So I'm going to click add filter here, and we'll say job change has happened in the last, let's call it 28 days. We'll add a filter for product usage. So I'm going to say total active days is at least 1. And then here's an important step. We want to make sure that that is at the previous org, not the current org. So I'm going to revise that. And then the last filter we want to add is just that criteria filter of capital raise. So I'm going to select this and make sure it's at least 5 million at their current org. We got that here. So the last thing we would need to do is just select which sequence we want to add people to, and we've already done that before. So I'm going to select job change from former product user. I can select my own mailbox or any rep's mailbox here. Click save, and then when anyone who is identified that qualifies for this criteria, they'll be put into that same outreach sequence. Okay, so the last thing I want to touch on is how we can take a signals-based approach to account prioritization and prospecting. So for this, we have a list of accounts, but we want to refine further based on some sort of signal. So I can click Add Filter here, and this will give me a menu to search different signals within those accounts and also the different attributes of those accounts. So for this signal, let's select a job listing keyword search, and we can type in something like Salesforce here. I'll select Salesforce, and this will narrow down that list to any company who has a job opening with the name Salesforce in it. But let's say we want to refine this further, and actually we want to see the number of job openings that contain the word Salesforce in it. For that, we can create a new custom field. We'll say Salesforce openings here. Great, and we'll make this a calculated field. And again, we'll select job listings here. Apply that same filter for job listing keyword search of Salesforce. I'll select that, click save, and then we'll generate that field so that we can filter by it. Okay, so now we have our newly created Salesforce openings calculated field here. We want to further refine this list by the number of openings that a company has. So to do that, we can just simply apply that same that filter for that field that we just created and say, we want to target accounts that have at least 100 openings and at most 600. I can apply that filter here and narrow down our list. And then we want to jump into the actual openings themselves to make sure they look good. This is mostly go-to-market people, so that looks great. Then, maybe we want to find the right person to reach out to at this account. You can click on this prospector tab here, refined by different things like their role, their seniority. This looks good. We can add any of these people into Common Room and go back and run those same signal-based plays that we had shown in the previous screen. All right, I know that was a lot. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already on commonroom.io, head over to our website, click this purple button to get started for free, and give it a shot for yourself. Thanks again.